Howdy AdWords fans, and welcome back to Up and Running with Google AdWords. In this chapter, we're going to talk about the AdWords dashboard and give a detailed overview of all the different buttons, tabs, menus that you're going to encounter in the back end of Google AdWords, what we call your dashboard. We're back in our pop-in campaign. This is the campaign that we've been building, and we're going to continue to build it as the course develops, as we learn how to make new campaigns and new ad groups. But overall, this is how our dashboard looks right now. So let's talk about the different areas of this screen. Here at the top, we have our what I call our top level menu. We have a few different tabs, and the area you're going to spend the vast majority of your time is going to be in this campaigns tab, or this campaigns page most often. That's going to give you an overview of everything that you have running in your account. To the left of campaigns, we have home. The home page is going to give you a broad overview of what's going on in your account. It's going to give you some suggestions. It's more of a customizable module that will allow you to see a broader kind of 40,000 foot overview of your entire account. So let's jump into the home page and see what that looks like. So here we are on the home page, and as you can see right away, we're showing a lot of zeros. That's because we don't have a lot of data running in this account. If we just zoom in a little bit here, we'll be able to see that we could select which campaigns we want to see data for. We could do all non-active campaigns, all enabled campaigns, so on and so forth. We could choose our KPIs, our key performance indicators that we want to compare and contrast with each other. So we could choose all the different key performance indicator, for example, clicks. We could do verse impressions, click-through rate, average cost per click, things of that nature. And then in this performance graph, we can customize it day, week, monthly, quarterly as the campaign continues to starts getting data. You'll have modules here like good quality but low traffic keywords. That's going to be a keyword with a high quality score. And as you can see, we have basically all of our keywords fall into that range, once again, because we don't have any data yet. I could also close out of this module, minimize the module, things like that. And I could see all enabled keywords, all enabled campaigns. So it's kind of a broader overview, kind of an analytics dashboard, if you will, for your entire campaign. That's the home page. Once we start getting data, we'll go take a look at some other accounts that have data to see what this looks like. But overall, it's not an area of the account that you're going to be spending so much of your time in, just because you're not actually managing anything from here. You're just kind of getting an overview of the data. And all these different data points are available from within the campaigns page in different tabs. So let's go back over to campaigns. And to the right of campaigns, we have something called opportunities. Opportunities are basically Google's suggestions for different ways you could optimize your account, campaigns, keywords, ad groups, so on and so forth. If we go into our opportunities page, we're going to see a message that says no opportunities right now. That just means that there's not enough data accrued in the account for them to give us any opportunities. We'll go take a look at a live account and see what that looks like in another campaign. So let's go jump over into a client account and take a look at exactly what that looks like. So here we are back in the opportunities page of a client account, and we can see that there are some actual suggestions. So the first suggestion they show us is optimize your ad rotation to show your best ad and get more conversions. And Google wants us to change one of our campaign settings to optimize the ads around conversions as opposed to around clicks. And it's telling us that we can get 150 more clicks, 4 more conversions when we change our ad rotation for one campaign. Before we apply this suggestion, just in case I do want to apply it, I could click View Opportunity, and it'll show me the actual campaign and the actual setting it wants me to change things to. So it wants to change our ad rotation setting to optimize for conversions for this campaign. The cool thing is I could actually go ahead and click Apply, and that setting will be changed. I don't want to make that setting now, so I could click Go Back and see my other opportunities. Here's another interesting opportunity where I can add keywords to search network campaigns to reach more customers. It's suggesting that I'll get around 8,000 more impressions when I add 81 new keywords across 5 ad groups. And if I click on View Opportunities, it'll actually show me the 5 ad groups they want me to add new keywords to, and they're actually going to show me the keywords as well that they want to add to those specific campaigns. So I could click View for this one here, and it'll show me the 20 keywords they want to add. I could select or deselect as I like. I could just choose one or two, and I can go ahead and click apply if I like any of these keyword suggestions. So while some of these keywords are really bad, they would not be good for my account, they would not be good for our potential customers, some of them might be really good. And then here's another opportunity where I could rate, they're asking me to raise my daily budget from $200 a day to $600 a day. So that's not going to happen. That's not exactly what we want to do. But I could once again hit apply or view more details for these suggestions. When it comes to a budgetary consideration, I could choose to add it by $75. I could stick with my current. I could go up to $130 a day, $210 a day, and it shows me estimates of how many more clicks, impressions, and cost my campaigns and account will accrue if I apply or the suggestion. If I don't want to apply the suggestion, I can simply hit dismiss, and that suggestion will be gone. So that's the opportunities page. Most of the times you're not necessarily going to want to just blanket kind of apply these suggestions, because Google's not taking into account your specific marketing goals. They don't know your customers. They don't really know your products. They're just basing this on the other keywords in your campaigns. So you definitely want to look at the opportunities page, but you want to be very, very careful before applying any of these opportunities to your account. You just want to be very careful, think about it, and use your own judgment and common sense. That's the most important thing to keep in mind. So that's the opportunities page. So that's a really cool area of the account, and you could definitely get a lot of good information there. Let's go back to our pop-in campaign, and let's go over to the reports page. The reports page is something we're going to dive into in a later video, but it's an area of the account that's going to show you a lot of your data, and it's going to allow to give you different types of reports. So if we go, once again, we don't have any data in the pop-in campaign, but if we go over back to this client account and we click on reports, we're going to see a whole different story. So they're going to give me some basic reports that I could run myself, or I could create. These are report templates, or I can go ahead and create reports myself. If I went to click add a report, I'll have different types of tables and charts that I could generate. I could generate a pie chart, a bar chart, a line chart, or a table. And then I could go ahead and select all the different types of data. We're not going to dive into that now because we'll look at reports later in a different chapter. Under the tools page, we're going to get a drop-down menu that's going to ask us to select which tool we want to go to. So we could see the change history tool, which is a tool that's going to show us all the different edits and changes that was made to the account, and we'll have the opportunity to remove or undo most of those changes, which is very cool. It's kind of like a history tool. It is a history tool, rather. A tool called conversions, and we're going to go into conversions in more detail when we talk about setting up conversion tracking and tracking conversions in our account. Attribution, we'll jump into that further. Google Analytics, if our Google Analytics accounts are linked, I'll be able to go to my Google Analytics page. Google Merchant Center, this is where your shopping feed would be set up if you're an e-commerce store and you're running Google shopping campaigns. This is not relevant for our video, so we're going to skip this one. The Keyword Planner, which is something that we have seen already, and we kind of talked about the utility and the uses of the Keyword Planner. The Display Planner is a tool that is very similar to the Keyword Planner, but it allows you to get ideas for display placements and display campaigns. So this course is primarily focused on Google search campaigns, which are the most common and successful form of Google ad campaigns. So we're going to skip the Display Planner and the Ad Preview and Diagnosis tool. It's a really, really cool tool that we're going to give a separate dedicated video to a little bit later in this course. But those are the different options under the Tools tab. So now that we've covered our top level menu, let's go back to campaigns. And let's talk about some of the tabs within the campaigns tab. First and foremost, as we've seen already, we have the left-hand menu over here, which is expandable and collapsible. So I can collapse it to give myself some more viewing room, and I could also click on the arrow or just hover over it and expand it. If I click on the double chevron, the double arrows, it will remain open. Down here we have our shared library. The shared library is going to allow us to create remarketing audiences, bidding strategies, shared budgets, campaign negative keyword lists, and so on and so forth. We'll talk about a few of these options in a later chapter. Bulk operations is something which we're going to use very little, especially in this video. These are generally more advanced options in terms of adding automated rules, scripts, things of that nature. We'll touch upon those things, but we'll cover them in more depth in a more advanced course. Reports, these are the different under here, these are the different reports that you've saved that you're running. So if you when we create a Google report and we schedule it to run, or download or be sent via email to a specific person or at a specific time, we'll be able to manage those scheduled reports over here. And once again, we have labels. So labels are a way to organize campaigns, keywords, ad groups. If, for example, we wanted to label 5 of our campaigns that are targeting the US, we wanted to label those USA campaigns, we could do that and we can manage our labels over here. So let's go back to all campaigns, because this is where we're going to be spending most of our time. And when you're managing your account and you're building your account and you're optimizing your account, this is where you're going to essentially be. If I have all campaigns selected, this is a very important thing to keep in mind. If I have all my campaigns selected, then everything that I navigate to is going to be showing me information for all campaigns. So for example, if I had a few campaigns here, right now we have one, but if I had a few campaigns here and I hit this ad groups tab, it's going to show me all the ad groups in all the campaigns. If I click over here on Poppin' USA Furniture, it opens up my ad groups as a drop-down list in my left-hand menu, and it automatically navigates me to my ad groups tab. And now I'm just going to be seeing ad groups for this specific Poppin' USA Furniture campaign. That's an important distinction to know when you're looking at your data through this navigation, through these tabs over here. Whatever you have selected over here is the level you're going to be seeing that information. So once again, if I have all campaigns selected and I go to ad groups, I would be seeing all my ad groups for all my campaigns. So if I had additional campaigns, I would be seeing those ad groups as well. But once again, we'll see that with more accuracy when we actually have some new campaigns added, which we're going to do in the very next video. So I'm in all campaigns, so I can go to my campaigns and see all my campaigns here. Ad groups is very self-explanatory. It's all my ad groups. Settings is where I can go ahead and change my campaign settings. So I could click on, I have a sub-menu under settings. I have all settings. Locations will show me my location settings for each campaign. I could add locations and change locations from this from this report. My ad schedule is my custom ad schedule when my ads are set to run. Over here, there is a schedule that's set up to run from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we're going to talk about custom scheduling in their own video. And devices is where I could set bid adjustments based on device. I could increase or decrease my mobile device bid. So if I like mobile traffic and I want to advertise more aggressively on mobile, I could make a bid adjustment and increase my bid for mobile devices. If I wanted to decrease my bid adjustment for mobile devices, I could do that as well. If I did not want traffic, if I did not want my ads showing on mobile devices. Currently, there's no way to change the bid adjustment for computers, desktops, or tablets. I could only edit and adjust and manipulate my mobile bid adjustment. The ads tab is self-explanatory. This is where it shows me all my ads. This is where I would come to change my ads. If I wanted to write new ads, A/B split test my ads, see the data for the ads, this is where I would go. I would go to the ads tab. Keywords is showing me all the keyword information either for all campaigns or for just the specific campaign I had selected. And this is the area where I could start, really drilling down into which keywords are spending the most, which keywords are converting the best, which keywords have the highest click-through rate, and which keywords are costing me the most money. So this is going to be an important tab. Audiences is mainly for remarketing. And we're going to talk about what remarketing is and how to set remarketing up in a future video in this course. Ad extensions. We spoke about what ad extensions were, and this is where you're going to be adding and creating your ad extensions. So if I clicked on new ad extension, I could select the campaigns I want to create an ad extension for by selecting the campaign, clicking done. And then now I could add some site link extensions. I could cancel that out, and I could add different types of extensions. So I could go to, the way I would add different extensions is by selecting the type of extension I want to create or edit in this drop-down menu. So I could create a location extension, call extension, app extension, review extensions, call out extensions. structured snippet extensions, which is something you're generally not going to worry about, and automated and view my automated extensions report, which are the extensions that Google generates for us. I also have the option of creating ad group extensions or campaign extensions. If I create site link extensions at the ad group level, then the site links will only apply to a specific ad group. But I could also create site link extensions or call extensions at the campaign level, which basically telling Google all the ads in all the ad groups in this campaign should have these site or these extensions, these ad extensions attached to the ads in that campaign, and it doesn't have to be specifically to the ad group. If I wanted to get really detailed, and certain ad groups should have certain extensions. So for example, if I have an ad group that's talking about padded furniture, and I have a few different pages on my site that sell different types of padded furniture, I might want to have just ad group extensions for that ad group with different site links leading to the specific types of padded chair pages on my site, just as an example.